Right, hi guys. I thought I would just do a little extension in regards to my peak week videos that I've been doing. So, as you know, I placed third in my last show. I didn't get the British invite. So I went back to the drawing board last week and I just competed yesterday, the following Sunday, at the Northwest show in the same class. I managed to place second in again what was a very, very hard lineup, and I got an invite to the British finals. So, all in all, you know, really, really, really chuffed. As you know, my focus has been to get on that British stage, and I've been invited now. So let's see what happens from there. So just give you a bit of an insight. So after the show I did in Portsmouth, the one I came third, I had a bit of a cheat. So I had a pizza and some ice cream, and then on Monday I had zero carbs. I had quite high amounts of fat and very high protein as well. And I was just relaxing a little bit and getting a little bit of my protein from like protein dessert and things like that. Tuesday, same again. I tailored my fats down a little bit. So I had like one red meat meal, and then just a little bit of sort of nut butter. And again, I had zero carbs. All my protein sources really were coming from fish. And then Wednesday and Thursday were like my two sort of like really sort of difficult days where every meal was just white fish and greens. I did two, low carb, low fats, high protein days, and just did depletion workouts as well. So in all, I had 4 days where I did zero carbs, started the week off with my fats fairly high, tapered them down on Tuesday, and they were very low on Wednesday and Thursday. And then come Friday, I started my carb loading phase. So I was in more of a depleted state, and then I carbed up with around 500 grams of carbs on Friday. So more carbs than I consumed in my previous carb up, where I was having around 300 to 400 grams. And then on the Saturday, I went up to about 600 grams of carbs just to fill out a little bit more. So I only carbed up for 2 days this time rather than the 3. I was in a more depleted state and I had higher carbs. Just wanted to try something different, and I feel my body responded really well to it, because the previous show I was getting a little bit of problems with sort of controlling my midsection, and I think that was just because I had 3 days of high carbs, where I thought if I just do 2 but have more and allow my body to digest, it should respond well and I should hopefully fill up a lot more. And because I was in more of a depleted state, my body would hold on to those carbs a little bit better. So all in all, a bit of trial and error, but I believe it did work. I've not seen the pictures yet from this show, so it'd be good to get them and then compare them between the two. Again, I wasn't quite late when I expected to be on earlier, because he was going to do pre-judging a night show, but because of the amount of competitors, they changed it to a run-through. So, I didn't eat that much on the day of the show, because I didn't pack that much, because I expected to be on fairly early, so I didn't want to eat too much and get bloated before. So, whether or not I started to flatten out or not throughout the day from not eating that much, it was just really rice cakes I was eating. I did have quite a big breakfast as well. So yes, I'm not too sure until I see the pictures, exactly if it worked or if it didn't work. So it's all trial and error at the end of the day, and you just got to get to know your body and know what works well for you. Another thing I noticed as well is, like I said, I was getting bad stomach pains my first show, and I was getting quite a lot of wind and stuff as well. I noticed that I was drinking a lot of coconut water for the potassium, so I was drinking like 3 litres of coconut water on the Thursday, the Friday, and 2 litres on the Saturday. And this time around, I started drinking some coconut water on the Thursday, noticed that those issues were coming back again, so I cut the coconut water out completely. I could still feel it a little bit on my stomach on Friday, but then come Saturday, my stomach was fine. So, lesson for myself is not to go crazy on the coconut water, because my stomach and body doesn't respond very well to it. So I'll maybe just gradually build it in, rather than having a lot. So that's just a little bit of insight. So it's a little bit of a follow up. So yeah, all in all, I'm extremely happy. So now you know, it's the day after the show, 5:30, I was out doing my cardio. Yeah, I know, I'm a bit sad. I did have a KFC last night with a little bit of cake and some chocolate, and I didn't go crazy. I'm not one of these people that likes to binge out massively, because there's nothing worse than waking up with those stomach pains and stomach cramps. You know, when you've been on a very restricted calorie diet for 17 weeks and all of a sudden you consume a large cheat meal after the show, it's just game over for me. My stomach just cannot handle it. So you've just got to be a little bit smart and a little bit educated about it. So today, you know, diet's going to be fairly clean. Probably going to go and train as well. And I might hit up a Five Guys a little bit later. I'll see how I feel. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, back to the sort of diet. Just I want to sort of maintain what I've worked hard for, keep the condition. Got the Body Power Expo coming up in 2 weeks, so quite nice to still have my condition for that. So I'm going to wrap it up there. If you've got any questions, guys, do give me a shout. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. It's at JJ_12321. So hit me up if you've got any questions about anything. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm going to have a nice chilled out day, put my feet up, eat some food and do some training. So until next time, peace.
Moment, I got to that moment.